Okay, so in this video, hold on, there's two of me here, and one's gonna move slightly slower than the other one. Watch, you're gonna see him moving a minute in the background. Oh, you see that? You see that? How strange is that? Now we're doing it together. Oh, 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 it's me in the background. Anyway, here in this video, guys, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be, or what I'm going to be showing you how to do the editing style approach that KSI uses in one of his most recent music videos called Red Alert. So I'm going to teach you how to do this, and the software that we're going to be using to do this is Final Cut Pro X. So let's get into it. You're tuning into Anthony Allen Edits YouTube channel. My name is Anthony Allen, and roll the intro. Damn, yeah, I'm a Red Alert, says KSI, cause you know it's Red Alert. Yo, okay, one thing that we're going to do here in this video is we're going to do an edit which is similar or roughly the same as what you see in KSI's music video, Red Alert. So we're going to do it step by step, and we're going to show you probably one or two methods of how you would do it. If you haven't seen the music video, there should be a screenshot now, because I'm not going to get copyright struck by the guy, because my hair is fresher than his. No, I'm only joking. But if you see this screenshot here, this is what the video basically looks at for the first, first half of the music video. There is a red tinge over the shot, and this is what we'll basically be doing. We'll be doing this effect as much as I can with my camera in the way, actually, because my camera's slightly in the way, which is a bad thing. So I'm just going to pause recording and come back to it and reset that. Okay, so we're back. What we're going to do first is we're going to input our first initial shot. Obviously, you would have filmed this already. I have used my iPhone for this filming. It's on the desktop somewhere, so let's have a look and see if we can find it. There's some of the YouTube videos that I'll be uploading here, but you probably won't be able to see what's going on. Okay, so that's the shot that we're going to use, right? I'm actually going to create proxy and optimize media, because I have so much space that I've bought now that it's just like there's no need to save on space. What I've actually done here as well is I've actually got rid of different types of things that actually take up CPU usage when you're using Final Cut Pro X. For example, I know how to get rid of the inspector now. You can always just go up to window here, and you can just show in workspace. You can get rid of things one by one and get it back. You just basically highlight it or unhighlight it. What we're going to do now is just going to drag our shot into the timeline here. I actually don't remember what happened during filming, so if something really strange happens, just don't judge me for it. Look at that face, man. Right, so this is in my garden, looking. It doesn't look like spring. So we're not going to be using any of the sound. Just going to get rid of the sound for now. Imagine a music video is playing over the top. I'm just doing a silly little. That's just funny. Okay, so one of the things. It's quite funny. So what we're going to do is first we're actually going to look through the basics. So there are basic looks that you can have here. For example, here's a negative. That's what a negative would look like over the top of this shot. There are colours as well. You got colorize. As you can see, that's give it quite a little bit of a red tinge to it. Let's see what happens if we actually insert this colorize effect. So over the top, you can actually change the type of red it gradients back and forth to. So that is quite useful. That literally could be the whole thing, right? It didn't take long to do that one simple effect right there. But so what we'll do is we'll actually go through and let it render some more by changing up the colors. So what we can do here is we can change the intensity of the red in the back, which we don't want to do, because it didn't give the same effect. Look at that. So you can see what the type of red is doing. Or you can play around with the foreground red and either change the type of red that it is, which is it's actually more like this. One thing that you can do is actually make the foreground a bit darker. It gives it kind of like pinky red. Let's go back to the red foreground again. We can just change it away from the pinky red back to a red like this. As you can see there, it's done. You can see, and what you can do there is once you've cut, you can then go to your next shot. If it's one long shot, you can then actually go to your next shot, and maybe what you can do is you can just change the type of shot that's being given, and maybe for example, you can transform the shot and give it more of a close-up. Makes it look like it sort of goes from one to another. But when you're doing that, remember that the next shot will be in slow-mo as well, and might look quite strange because you've zoomed in. And the optical flow, which you can see there, it tries to blend the pixels around a movement. So another thing you can do there is you can actually modify it and bring it back to the normal speed if you wanted to. But as you can already see, it's starting to get to the point of, oh, okay, we've got a shot here. And then what we can do is we can just get rid of the transform, and already you can already see that it is coming together as a sort of red alert type of effect. Very quickly done. Didn't take too long at all. You can actually just simply add a gradient over the top layer of your shot there. So we can just simply go into where we've got a custom, for example. If you type custom into generators, drop that over the top of your shot here. And what you can do is you can just do some frame blending. So you can pick the color that you want. Obviously, if it's in the black, you always need to bring up the Luna first and then go into the colors. So what you would do theoretically is pick your color. Once you have picked your color of gradient, you can then, in one quick swoop, you can go into the opacity of the shot and bring it down. Maybe that's another way you could do it, or you can mess around with the frame blending, and you can just go through and then find what works for you. And multiply might be one. There you go. It looks absolutely beautiful with a multiply. And then with the multiply, then what you do is you bring down the opacity maybe a little bit. There you go. That's another way you can do this sort of shot here. Might be a little bit too dark. You could probably, just bring out the gradient a little bit. Maybe just bring like a hue saturation over the top of that gradient that you've left. Not gradient, the solid custom that you've got over the top. And you can mess around with the saturation and the value individually. You can see that messes around with the saturation and the value a little bit. And then with the bottom layers, what you could do then is you could probably put like something to make it more crisp, maybe a slight sharpen. Maybe you could slightly sharpen the shot, or just wash out the colors completely. Therefore, you won't see things like this. As you can see, another type of red underneath here. So what you could do is you could add a saturation to your bottom layer. If you type into hue in the effects panel, should bring up that. And what you can do is you can saturate the bottom layer shot. Oops, we're not even highlighted it yet. You can saturate the bottom layer shot. See what happens when you give it more saturation, less saturation there. So those are two methods you can use to get the similar effect that KSI uses, or KSI's production team uses in KSI Red Alert. If you haven't seen the music video for Red Alert from KSI, you can see the link in the description. Check that out. I enjoyed the music video. It's one of his best songs, I think. And so if you want to see more videos like this on video editing and video hints, tips and tricks, tune into AnthonyAllenEdits YouTube channel. You can find me on my YouTube channel and find more videos like this in a playlist called Video Edits. And see you soon.